Hi, kids. Cut the plastic here. Out sewing today. Just thought I'd come out and say hi for a few minutes. See how everybody's doing. Prepare more masks for the inmates at the Denver County Jail. So we're running through it and we're checking it out. Saying hi. Setting up some safe distancing with space over there, space over here, right? So it's a little overcast on this Saturday. As long as it doesn't rain, I'm happy. If it rains, I'm going to run quickly with my electric items. At the first drop of water from the sky, we will depart. Okay. I don't know if any of you guys got to watch one of the most fun. I didn't get to do a lot of chatting because I was staying busy with the sewing machines. But one of the most fun live streams I've seen in a while, and that was of Joe Cool last night running with NYC Tyrant Hunters channel. I think that panel had like 30 of the biggest auditors that I know, and I humbly got invited to be on that panel. I was in the early, just meeting, chatting with people, getting warmed up before the big dog comes in. It's cool to be on the same page, on the same level. So what are you guys up to today? I'm going to actually bring this in so I can try to read it. I've got some meat we're cooking later. Offered food to all the neighbors. Sally Smith, hello. Safua, isn't it? Eric Brandt had a court hearing. Did a video status hearing. I haven't had a chance to watch Pike Pete's interview with him because I was watching Joe Cool last night on North Carolina Tire channel. So that was fun. And Eric, I'm going to watch that here in a little bit. But basically the attorney said, oh, it was just a status hearing. No, I looked at the court records. I saw the documents online. It said that it was a motions hearing. It said that it clearly was supposed to be a hearing, a sentencing, 2 motions hearings and a sentencing. And those didn't occur. So as the Jefferson, I don't know if you guys saw some of the video. It's been a little all over the place because yesterday was a really rough day for me. But Jefferson says that an inmate died yesterday. Did you hear that? Jefferson County inmate died. They're alleging, I think, I didn't watch the news today, but that it was an overdose. Through the press release commentary that they provided us. And that's about what I got going on my end. So we're sending this to the jail, right? These masks, and putting filters on, cotton felt. We're selling some of them. I got a couple of them sitting in the post box, waiting for the mailman to come today. Figured I'd do it. I'd sew outside while I could, so I could keep my eye out on them. My eye on you, Jeremiah Raber. There's a couple of good channels to go check out. My eye on you's making some 3D plastic, biodegradable facial masks. If you leave them out in the sun, that'll tear them down. So I think that's pretty cool. Tomorrow we're gonna have our regular gathering at Janet's Kitchen, rain, sun, or snow. So that'll be the story of the day. And the neighbors are coming out. Anybody got any news of the day they want to share? You guys gonna have a chat? What's going on? Trying to see here. Greetings, right and wrongs. Dan, Lacey. Eric is calling FTP, huh? So this is what's frustrating to me, and I'm going to be honest about it, because I think that Eric should write his requests down, not talk them out loud. Because if 12 people are asked to do the same damn thing, none of them are going to do it. If one person is given the assignment and the task is enough for them, it'll get accomplished. And that's the difficulty in life, I suppose. That's the difference of things. But that's, again, just my opinion. Like assholes, everybody's got the right to one. Sometimes two. And it would be a lot easier, Lacey. So maybe the next time that we talk to somebody, we need to get that out there, that the community says. It'd be a lot easier if you just wrote it down. Let somebody create a Google Doc out here, right? And then email it all together. Mail it all together. But hey, you know, I'm just another guy. I'm doing a lot of other shit. So I'm not in charge. I don't have the key final end responsibilities. We're just hanging out here, you know? Just one guy here. Isn't that what the police say? We're just one man here. I gotta remember the Eric Grant show. Because the thing that I really liked about Joe Cool's panel last night was that not everybody was an auditor. And not everybody was an activist. And they don't necessarily all consider themselves the same. Right? And then you got gonzo journalists in there. And I think that is a term that just I've been thinking about for the last couple days, 24 hours. Gonzo journalists. It's not the first time I've come into that in my life. And I think that's, as an environmental scientist and as a human being of this world, I kind of like that term. You can. You absolutely can. Or you can just tell him to send me the letter that he said he was going to send. That would be cool as well. My neighbors have some really cool masks. They're squares, not facial. They have a filter that comes with them, and I think they're really awesome. I don't have the wherewithal to learn how to make them, but hey, can you show that? I was just telling everybody how I thought it was cool. This square one. People at home are trying to find patterns. So it's just a square. You put the two squares, and it's got a slit in the middle. Yeah, man. Yeah, I got a lot of watchers that they're actually talking about making masks at home. And I think it's a lot easier for people, right? Because it's rectangle and it's got a filter on the inside.
Filter on the inside. And it's stitch on the outside.
So it's like two rectangles and a square. And it's the same loops that I use. Hold on, let me get you on there. It's the same loops that I use, the same type. But I think the stitching and everything would be easier. So you guys got to check that out. Appreciate you. I was just literally saying, oh yeah, he's got a similar mask. And people are wanting to make masks for the inmates. For the sheriffs and stuff. So yeah, thanks. Anyway, that's a pretty cool mask, guys. And it's got the ability to put a filter in it of any kind that you want. And so that's a square one. You might check that out. I'm on Craft Passion. That's the one that I'm using right now. And of course, we're going to be attempting to sew the Denver Mass Task Force masks. If you haven't heard about this is half of it, right? And we're piecing them together so that there's like 6 layers. And I just lost sight of it because of the sun and the shade. So let me try to see your chat again, folks. Weren't the inmates? Okay, Chronic Shusher. So here's the. They don't have a pattern. Okay. I am sewing in the parking lot, Caterpillar. And the reason I'm sewing in the parking lot is because I have another table set up over here. And if anybody wants to safe distance and cut fabric before it rains or after the sprinkles go away, then we'll do that. If the sprinkles come, I am going to run indoors with the sewing machine, but we're dry so far. So we're gonna cut. We're gonna barbecue later. Social distance the fuck out of this, and You know, I'm working on the daisy chain again, and that's just the way it is. So we've got to get the work in. I'm doing some different types of filtration. I'm looking for cutters to come over and be safe about it. But to cut, puff puff, no pass. Who is that? Oh, there's a new face on NorCal. Nice. So NorCal, yeah, I don't know. I did a dab earlier, so I'm pretty good right now. You know, I'm talking at a mile a minute, and I'm sewing and stitching and peeling and piecing. And I think that if you haven't watched it, it's a really good episode last night on North Carolina NC Tyrant Hunter. It's the alternate channel for Jeff is Here audits. And Joe Cool got to run a panel last night. Wow, you don't want to see all of that. Joe Cool got to run a panel last night. And on the panel was like everybody and their brother. And I had some distractions, people coming over, sewing that was getting done, that I couldn't stay in the chat. But I got on for a little bit while I was tracing forms, so I could do all this sewing today. And yeah, that's how I feel about that one right there right now. So it was a really good show, and just the menagerie of awesome. Joe Cool has now become the godfather of auditors through the efforts of last night. He really just proven how well he's in connection with all the community members and keeps it real and ties it together. And I had a lot of fun for the few minutes that I got on there, and I didn't get to do as much as I wanted. But next time, you know, when I'm not so fucking busy, flipping busy. What the who? Man, I hate you people sometimes. You make me want to cry. I don't know what that was. That was a caterpillar. You're just touch my heart. Y'all something else, I tell you. But you're welcome to come and join me. We're here. 12th and Calumet. Find the red tent in the alley. No, it's gonna rain. It's cool, beautiful. I just want to get some of this done and have some sunshine, and then I'm gonna draw. And it's the clouds are coming from that way, so it looks pretty good there. But what sucks is right above me. That's what you got. So it's a little shady, slim shady. And I have just decided that we're making masks out of whatever material we get, so long as it's clean. If it's too threadbare, we're going to just use multiple layers. If it's too thin, we're going to put 3 or 4 of them together to make it thicker. Because what's a HEPA filter but multiple layers of fabric whose patterns sit in different directions? If it's not, I don't know. Just gonna go with it, huh? Just go with it. Don't give a shit. Sewing in the parking lot. Getting done. Oh, it's a lot. Mama, I've learned to sew some masks. Na 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 na. Am I crazy? I can't see chat when it's down. So, how do y'all stopping up first? Hey, thanks, Joan Rotten. Really appreciate it. You know, I'm getting lost in the stoniness of my activity here. But I did want to let you know that Last night, Joe Cool just did an amazing ad. He took time out for the women. He took time to recognize old school, early school, late school, new school, various styles, various activisms, and it was on NYC Tyrant Hunter last night. You guys, I thought it was a great panel. Everybody, I mean, it was good. So you should check it out. And Lacey, let's talk about creating these things, because I think that we've got to be organized about our activism some days, right? That's why I didn't go to the protests today and the rallies. I just kind of did my thing at the food bank. And then came to make mess for the homeless, the inmates. And so you do what you do. You be you, right? I wanted to be a protest. I won't lie about it. But this is more important work. And that's the idea of activism for me, folks. Like I said, I would like to try to keep up with this. Terracify, how's it going on? We all want to have things organized. And thank you, Denise, Wynn. I appreciate that. I think that our activism is important, right? It's important that we live. I don't know. Here's the deal. My mother died when I was an infant, a wee lad. It's one of the first memories I have, if not the first, was her funeral. My grandparents, my maternal grandparents, my paternal grandparents are all gone. The relationships were different and interesting at best. My dad passed on, and so, and I've known a lot of death in my life. I've known a lot of life and death. And the point of that is that it's not all easy and comfortable. It's not always a joyous experience, right? Life is not always joyous. So when it leaves early, when it disappears, and when it's taken out of turn, you recognize its value. And so I think that's where I'm at, right? I've known some really awesome activists. I've been involved in some really good communities through the years. The Denver crew is not the first crew I've been on. Life changes and folks in its own ways. But we do it, right? We do the work. We live the life. Hopefully we motivate others. I know that we do. I know that I was motivated by Eric to be more intentional in my efforts, and to be more organized about it. And I'm not doing the best job of it. So, there's a lot of work that we could be doing, and a lot of lawsuits that we could be filing. We could be virtually having a civil rights firm of actions if we stayed on top of it here in Denver. All the threats, the arrests, the trespasses, the violations of court orders that are just unruly. And it's a matter of seeing specifically that when they make a law and they say Eric Brandt, you can just point to Eric Brandt and say, this is why RTD has modified their code of conduct to specifically and intentionally signify that petitioning is not legitimate on property, right? The constitutional free speech. that you have zones for time and place opportunities or restrictions that they want to create. See, because that's really what it boils up to. Right? And that's what it boils up to is that they're gonna say Liberty Freak had a megaphone at RTD's Union Station, so now they don't want them to have megaphones at RTD's Union Station or on any property, because that would be a crime, right? So and then the private security can tell you to stop them is what they're going to try to pull next, right? Because they have 10 minutes, they have the right to kick you out, and in 10 minutes you have to leave, right? Just obey. Just obey. It's okay. We'll take your white rights away from you. So, look, I didn't get a chance. Did anybody watch Ghost Rider last night? Did they all have masks on their faces? What's the story, Morning Glory? Did anybody know? Yeah, I want a Viking funeral. I'm sorry that your sister can't have a funeral right now. Hope that, you know, you have a gathering, a celebration of life later. You know, and maybe you just, I don't know. Maybe you say, fuck it. There's a house that we own, and we're all gonna gather. And if somebody's got it, then fuck it. We're all dead, but we lived the life without living in fear. I don't know. Do you go to a family meal, then take your mask off for food? It's really hard to say. It's really hard to say. Anyway, like what? Why do you want to bury it? She wants to haunt you, right? That's the idea there. The idea is she wants to haunt you. She wants to be there to haunt you. I don't know. Could it be? Let it be. Let it be. Oh, I use the pee analogy. Have you all heard this one? Wearing a mask is like wearing pants, okay? If everybody's running around naked and I gotta pee, and I just pee on you, you get wet. If you got pants on, you're not gonna get as wet. And if I got pants on, you're probably not gonna get wet at all. So, wear a mask in public and don't pee on anybody, just in case you've got the disease, right? So, that's the funny one of the day. And that's where it's at. So, it's Sewing Saturday. I'm Cut The Plastic. It's the 2nd of May. Did you pay your rent? Are you going to pay attention to FTP tonight at, I think it's 8 o'clock Mountain time, with a live phone call from Eric Grant, where he'll tell us more about the mask making operation by inmates, probably how they don't have a pattern that they're using, that it's not multi-line, that it doesn't fit snugly to your face, and that it's all just a whole bunch of hokey pokey. So I'm gonna get up and make sure that all the stations and the sewing opportunities and everything are good. He's gonna dump you high upriver and let you float out, huh? So you get charged $65 for a doctor's visit on the phone. That's and did you get any treatment? Are you getting pills? Did they do an examination? Can I have one of those? There should be 3. Um, I heard yesterday from somebody that of say if you do 200 antibody tests for COVID, that maybe only like 5 to 20 might show up as positive in some areas. Is it worth taking the test? Yeah, Lacey, we'll see you later. Thomas Robinson, thanks for giving me the thumbs up. These are all questions that you got to ask. And you got to ask yourself, did you miss out on NYC Tyrant Hunter last night? Hosted by the one and only, the godfather of auditors. That's Joe Cool, baby. I want to encourage you. Nobody, I don't think, has actually posted it in the chats yet. But if you have watched this video, you should go find that video from May 1st, Friday, May 1st, 8 p.m. Eastern Time to 10:30. I don't remember. We howled at the moon. It was still going. But I'm outside. I'm making masks. I'm sewing. You can get your mask, by the way. Here's just a couple of the patterns that we have going on right now. We have red. We have these starries going on. I've got some fish left. We're working on some more colors, solid patterns, pineapples, all kinds of stuff. I might pull some more of these stripes out. And I might even sell Ghost Rider's last mask on him. If somebody were to bid me a good, fair, honest opportunity to get a unique mask that only one other person owns, the Ghost Rider mask, I think he's gotten his fair share. I've got enough fabric left for one mask, I think. Maybe two. I don't know for sure yet. I gotta go dig the pile out. There's something laying around out there. And maybe we auction that one off. What do you guys think? Should we auction off the Ghost Rider, a Ghost Rider mask or something? We'll find some cause. Oh, I know. Inmate masks, right? Eric, yeah. Hey, listen, Robinson, I believe in that too. You know, they found him guilty of shining a flashlight while filming cops. So it's legal to film cops. You need lights to accentuate your filming. And, you know, I think they're trying to say that that's assault on a police officer, is what the FOP is doing. So we actually are encouraging more letters to the editor in the Golden and Lakewood and Arvada, Westminster. Call your city council members, your mayors. Talk to the public information officers, the PIOs, and talk to the state legislature. Right? The filming of police officers. You know, cops get embedded. They got guys with cameras running around. There's a whole TV show that runs 24/7 now on Pluto. So I don't get what the issue is. You need to get with the times, baby. That's what I gotta say. Get with the times. So they want to arrest him. Yeah, we do take time. We're taking time, right? We got to hang out today, Kenny. What did you think about the food bank?
It was nice. I was expecting it this year, but due to the weather,
And the first of the month has an impact too.
yeah, that's right. It was first of the month.
Okay, it's been half an hour. I just want you guys to know. This is what it looks like. When I sew. Kenny,
Is that on camera?
I think it is. I think it It's on camera. Yeah.
Yep, it is. One way to do it.
That is what you call a continuous stitch. That's what Caterpillar's $20 is supporting today, folks. Masks for frontline workers, nurses, and we'll pluck a couple out of there to help go toward the June rent. So I'm gonna let this feed go. I think I'm not trying to marathon it. We're coming on 30 minutes. And the officer says, what? I'm hiding behind the law. Well, if you're supposed to go 65, then go 65. Right? What the fuck is their problem? I don't know. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. I haven't thought about that one. Let's see. That one's like that. That one would be like that. So, all right, folks, listen, I'm going to let you go. I want to sew. I want to smoke, puff, puff, pass. Happy 420 to wherever you are. It's 4 o'clock somewhere. The question is it 20 minutes after? It will be in 7 minutes. So what do you think of that? It's time to enjoy the day. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hitting that like and share. And don't forget to go to FTP tonight, 8 o'clock. I believe it's Mountain, but look at it for Central just in case. They're going to be doing, yeah, I think it is Central, actually, now that I mention it. Phone live with Eric Brandt. All right. Peace.